Hey guys, it's Dwayna, aka Glamazon1026, and we are in the glam room. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for coming if you're new. Thank you for returning if you are an old friend. Today, what we're going to do is something that I did on my Instagram stories, and I got quite a few questions about some of the stuff that I did because, I don't really know how to use Instagram stories that well, so I thought it was like Snapchat where you hold the thing down and everything that you record goes into your stories, but that doesn't happen on Instagram stories. Sometimes it cuts off. So people were asking me some questions about some of the things I did. So I figured I'll do an in-depth video about it. If you still have questions, just, put them down below and I'll be sure to answer you, okay? So we're going to do a Your Skin But Better No Makeup look, right? So if you want to see what I'm doing and what products I'm using and the techniques that I use, make sure you stick with me and we'll begin right after the break. Start off with primer. I'm going to be using the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. I want to use a primer that is going to add moisture to my skin. Well, it's not adding moisture to my skin, but this primer is not drying. It's very moisturizing. It gives you a nice tacky base to put down any product that you want. It's not too tacky, but it's not drying either. But what I'm really going to do is just use the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Amande. This is very close to my complexion. I'm just going to go under my eyes with that to kind of even out dark circles. They're not too dark because I've been doing my skincare and on my eye cream and what have you, but there's still a little shadow under there, and I want to take that away completely. Now I'm just going to take this Sonia Kashuk sponge and make sure that this is all blended in. So this is a no makeup look, so you want to make this as close to a skin-like finish as possible. You want it to have like a dewy-ish texture or finish. I am going to be using the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Perfector. I put a little bit of that on the back of my hand. I also mix it with Anastasia Beverly Hills Liquid Illuminator, and this is in the shade Bronzed. So that's going to give me a little bit more radiance. And then you want like a dollop of moisturizer. So right now I have the Lotus Youth Preserve Face Cream from Fresh. This is just a moisturizer that I really enjoy. I'm just going to put a little bit of that in there as well. And then that's just going to share it out a little bit more. Then you just kind of mix it all up in there. So I just use my fingers, tap it in specific places, and then blend it out with my beauty blender or my beauty sponge. So you see we're getting some coverage, but not really a lot. You can barely tell the difference. You can do this with your foundation as well. You do not have to go out and buy like a skin tint or BB cream, whatever. You don't have to do any of that. You can just use whatever you have at home. I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer in the shade Ebony to just fill in my brows. Now, doing no makeup is probably the only time you'll see me do foundation before brows, and that's because I feel like if I do my brows first, they'll be too harsh, and then it will look like I have makeup on. Whereas if I do foundation before, I kind of know what tone I'm going for, if you understand what I'm saying. And I can get my brows to match because I really don't want like super contoured brows, but I have to use a lot of product because I don't have any brows. Anyway, this allows me to like just, go slow, fill in as needed, not, create an entire brow from scratch. I'm going to take the NYX Gotcha Covered Concealer to just carve out, and when I say carve, I'm like not even really carve. We're not really, we want to keep it as natural as possible. So we don't want to do too much, but I just want to shape them up a little bit on the bottom. We're not going to touch the top at all. Keeping a lot of the product concentrated towards the tail. Okay, so since we're finished our brows, we're going to move back to the skin, and I'm just going to brighten my face now, because even though it still looks like it's still just my skin, I look like an egg, and I don't like looking like an egg. So I'm going to be using the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Caramel to just give me a little bit of brightening under my eye, and then up on my forehead and under my chin, because I want it to look balanced. Not a lot. We're just going to use a little bit because I don't want it to be too bright. Like, you're not going for full glam highlight. Do you see how just that little bit of concealer just kind of gave me a little bit of brightening on my face? I don't look as flat as I did before. That is what we want to do. That's what we want to keep, okay? Now we're gonna set that, because even though we, want to keep it looking like skin, we also don't want it sliding around our face. And if you're like me and you have under eye creases, like natural under eye creases, that concealer is going to roll up, and that's not a cute look at all. Then you definitely will not look like you don't have on any makeup. You'll look like you'll have on really bad crackly makeup. So I'm going to be using the Milk Makeup Blur and Set Powder, and I'm just going to use a brush, and I'm going to do a light dusting underneath my eye. Just enough to make it set, but not enough to take away the radiance that we have so thoughtfully and lovingly put on our face. I set under my eyes, and I'm not going to set the rest of my face, but I do want to bring some warmth to it. So I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty bronzer for two reasons: to kind of set the rest of my face because it's a powder, and also to bring some warmth back. I'm going to be using my favorite, one of my favorite highlighters of all time, and that is the Cover FX highlighting powder in Candlelight. It doesn't look like much in the pan, but yeah, it's really pretty once you put it on, and it's a nice glow from within glow. So this is perfect for a your skin but better look. We're almost done. We just need some mascara now so we stop looking eyeballed. I'm using the Lancome Hypnose Drama. Anyway, we're finishing up now. We're going to put on some lip gloss. Right now I have the MTF Cosmetics and Alana Austin collaboration, and this is in the shade Zesty. Y'all know I love MTF Cosmetics lip gloss, so this is like a nice peachy, like a shimmery peachy look. This is probably the wrong way to wear when you're doing a Your Skin But Better look, but I wanted to wear it because this is like my summertime video, and this is my summertime wig, okay? This is the finished look. It's Your Skin But Better. Like, this is literally like all no makeup. You do a lot of steps, you put a lot of makeup on, but it still looks like skin. You're doing it without doing the most, okay? So if you do this, if you recreate this, make sure you let me know. Just tag me on Twitter or Instagram, and I'll come and give you lots of love. So guys, thanks for watching. Make sure if you like this video, you give me a thumbs up. Also leave your comments down below if you have any questions about any products I use or any techniques I use that you didn't quite understand. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, and when that subscription bar turns into a bell, click that bell so that you'll be part of the Glam Fam and know every single time I upload. Do not forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Glamzon1026, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.